Hello there. Before we begin, I would like to apologize on Silly Sebastian's behalf for his recent absence. He had some technical difficulties that are now dealt with. He truly hopes his absence wasn't an annoyance to anyone, and he wants all of you to know that he's working hard on making new videos he hopes you enjoy. Now, for your daily reminders. Have you had a glass of water today? If not, be sure to grab yourself a glass. It's important to keep yourself hydrated. And before you ask, soda doesn't count. It can be a very refreshing beverage, but it's not great for hydration. Be sure to have at least 5 cups of water a day to stay hydrated. When's the last time you've eaten? If you've just eaten, great. But do be sure not to eat too much food, especially if it's junk food or sweets. Eat sweets in moderation so you can avoid cavities, and eat meals only when you have to stay in shape. Make sure to brush your teeth twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. Are there any upcoming deadlines you have? I know. Thinking about work you have to do later is stressful, but trust me, it's much better to just knock the work out as soon as possible than to just spend your free time dreading doing it. If you have to take a break from the video to get to whatever work you may have, I encourage you to do so. You'll be able to relax much better later, knowing you won't have any deadlines creeping up on you. Don't worry, I'll be here when you return. The internet, more specifically social media, can be amazing. It connects you to all your friends and family at times when you can't be there in person. And it's a near limitless outlet of information. However, it can be a bit much at times as well. Some people on social media can be quite rude, and sometimes the near endless information you get on the internet, social media in general, can be quite depressing. It's good to take a step back and unplug for a bit. Now, I'm not saying to reject the internet as a whole. I'm simply saying it's perfectly okay to just take a step back, get off social media for a bit, and take time to yourself to relax until you're uncharged. It's unhealthy to force yourself to constantly look at bad things happening in the world. It can be stressful. It's good to acknowledge what's going on and make plans in case it affects you, but you can't spend every waking hour stressing about bad people and bad things. It's not good for you. Make sure you take time to yourself mentally. Mental health is just as important as physical health. Whilst on the topic of mental well-being, I want to ask, are you doing alright emotionally? If yes, then fantastic. I'm glad you're feeling good, and I hope you continue to feel alright. If not, then I want to assure you that it's okay to not be okay. Even the longest standing walls have cracks. You're not a bad or weak person for feeling overwhelmed by life, or for feeling sad over something that happened. Regardless of who you are, it's okay to feel. It's okay to be emotional. And it's okay if you need help to feel better. Friends, family, professional therapists, whomever you trust the most to open up to about your emotional problems, please, don't feel like you're being a burden to them. I'm sure they would much rather be there for you when you need them, rather than you suffering in silence without them knowing. There is always hope of things getting better. Remember that. Do you have a friend that it's been a while since you've talked to? Do you have a friend that's been a while since you talked to? Try hitting them up sometime. I'm sure they'd love to hear from their friend. Make sure to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. If you find it easy to lose track of time, then try singing happy birthday twice. Lather the back of your hands between your fingers and under your nails. Some things can take time. It's good to practice patience. If you only care about the results, you'll start looking for shortcuts. And in some cases, those could lead to unforeseen consequences. So be sure to practice patience every chance you get. Sometimes you may find someone who disagrees with you on something, like a friend from school or work. In cases such as those, it's best to be honest about your opinion, acknowledge that you two disagree, calmly, and then move on. Not everyone thinks the same. Everyone in this world is unique with their own thoughts and opinions. There's bound to be someone out there who disagrees with you on something. But just because they feel differently on something, doesn't mean you should hate them, or that they should hate you. For something you disagree on, there could be something else you two do agree on. If the disagreement, however, gets to a point where it begins to get heated, separate yourself from the situation. If they're a friend or family member, wait until time has passed for them to cool down to continue the conversation. Calm communication is the best way to find common ground, or to diffuse and walk away from a conversation. Festering in hate over someone else's beliefs is not healthy. Make sure to clean your computer and computer gear often. There could be dust in the fans of your computer that prevents it from cooling your computer to the fullest. Crumbs and specks of dust in your keyboard, or smudges on your mouse. Not only can it be unsightly to look at, but if unmaintained, it could lead to a malfunction in the future. When cleaning electronics, please absolutely make sure that you unplug it from any electrical sockets. Make sure there's no way electricity is connected to them. I don't want anyone getting shocked over a cleaning. If you're unsure about the best way to clean your computer, keyboard, or mouse, don't wing it. I'm sure there are many tutorials on the internet that will walk you step by step. You are a valid human being. Remember that. Whew. Those are all the reminders I can think of at the moment. If I can think of any more reminders, I may return to give you even more reminders. The last 2 reminders I'll give are this. Please rate this video honestly. If there's something about the video you disliked, please leave a comment saying so. Feedback is very important to improving our content. And lastly, be sure to have a good day, evening, or night. Take care, you all. Jonathan Joestar out.